Today we're walking from where we've been sleeping in next to IKEA, and we're walking down to a metro station on the Dubai Metro. I think it's called Energy. I don't know why, but it's called Energy. I think it had a different name. I think they've renamed it. So I'll show you about how to get a ticket. They do a day pass, which is really good value, unlike in London where it's really expensive, but here good value for all day. Although it doesn't get you on everything, it does get you on most things. It doesn't get you to Jumeirah Island on that monorail that goes up to the end towards Atlantis, but it does get you around the city, and it gets you a considerable distance from here all the way into the city. It is quite a long way from here to like the Burj Khalifa where the big mall is. So we'll do a video of us buying the ticket. We got these cards last time we were here. They're valid for a one-day pass for 22, I think, is the initial fee that you have to pay. You have to pay like 2 for the card, and the day pass is 20. You can top them up 5 times. We've had them for about 2 months. This is the second time we're topping them up, so I'll show you how to top them up. English, of course, daily pass. Regular, we don't want the expensive one. You see it's telling me 22, so that's actually wrong. That's how much, so it is 22 for a new card. So if you choose that option, you get a new card. So we'll go back. So if I put this on the reader, it'll now recognize that the card is valid. You select one day. This is days, not number of trips. This is wrong. So you select that. It's 20 for the new thing. Select credit card, and then top the, and I'll switch my phone on to contactless. So after successfully buying the ticket, we're walking to the train. My phone didn't work on contactless, but it eventually did. I had switched it off and on again, so we didn't video that. But obviously, exactly the same as everywhere. You tag it in, and we're going to this way, to Centre Point. So we're at Energy, you can see that there, and going in the direction of Jebel Ali, which we need to change at. And the whole thing goes towards Centre Point. So if you're at this station, towards town is Centre Point, and back towards here is UAE Exchange or Expo. So you know which direction you're going in. The line splits at Jebel Ali. We're on the UAE Exchange branch, and the other branch is Expo 2020. These trains from UAE Exchange to Jebel Ali just go backwards and forwards. They don't go, as far as we know, all the way to Centre Point, so you must change at Jebel Ali. Another top tip if you're getting on the Energy is the next stop up is in Batuta, and there's a big mall there with a really good Carrefour supermarket in it, and also you can order stuff off Amazon for pickup in some of the shops in there. The mall's huge. If you're going to get a load of bags of shopping, it's potentially worthwhile paying 10 for the electric golf cart that takes you up and down. So that's worthwhile. It's out of town as well. The parking is huge, and there's some wasteland opposite. So if you've got a big truck, you can still park next to it, and the parking is free with no height restriction. The thing is, the train has 2 classes, which you may have spotted when I bought the ticket. There's gold class and regular. There's no point in buying gold class unless you're going to travel at peak times, and even then probably not. It's not much different at all. It's not like you get free tea and coffee. But, so we just buy a regular one. 22 for the first time, and then 20 for every day after. Cheap. So when you get to Jebel Ali, get off the train, go immediately down the escalator, and then cross over to the other side of the hall and follow. There's a big sign and a couple of security guards telling you which way to go, but you go back up onto the opposite side of the same level you were at. It's a bit strange, really, but yeah, there's a big sign, but it's quite easy to get confused. So just get off, go down the escalator, walk across to the other side, and go up the escalator. Easy.
To Jumeirah Beach, please interchange to tram at Shomar Realty Metro Station.
Quite modern trains on here. Now he's stopped talking. You can change at Sober Realty to the tram and get on the tram for free. which is quite interesting. But that takes you to the Jumeirah Reach monorail, which you have to pay extra for. And in fact, just going one trip on that monorail is more than the entire day pass on this. So it's pretty much a rip-off. You can actually drive onto the island, onto the palm, so there's no point in using the monorail if you're in your own car. Just drive there.
برج خليفة دبي مول.
So we're at Burj Khalifa. We're just going to go down to go out the gate, and then we're going to get on the Travellators to the Burj Khalifa and the mall. So see you in the mall. Although we will video the Travellators because they're amazing. So out of the station and into the zone of free Wi-Fi, which is really, really good and fast. And this is the place where you can slide down a glass slide on top of a skyscraper. I don't think I'd want to do it, but let's see where I can get a picture. You can hang on the outside of the building. Let's go over to, there's a glass slide. I'll show you a picture of it. You go down like on the top of a building. I know you can see that, but I don't think I'd want to do it. So we're at the station still, and this walkway that you can see outside the window goes obviously to the Burj Khalifa, which is over there, but it doesn't look like it's a long way, but it absolutely is. It's a long, long, long way.
Especially at our age.
So luckily they do have the Travellators, but it's a long way. This zone of Travellators, we're going to not get on this first one, we'll get on the second one, and I'm going to switch cameras so you can see the magnitude. So this is the first one of many. It's like being in the wrong terminal in an airport. Why they put the metro station all the way down there, considering this whole thing is to get you to the mall, I don't know, but planners and whatnot. Anyway, I think we've got like 10 or 15 minutes of this, so see you later. I'm just going to do a video of us actually on the Travellator now. Nobody behind. There's no etiquette like there is in London on these things. You just get in everybody's way and nobody cares. So more of the same. I don't know whether you can see this one, because this one's quite long. There's a straight bit with no curve in it. But I think there's probably 3 on here. Julie's walking, so I'm walking. She's doing funny walk. Get on this side. And there's more. So we're not there yet. We're passing the bottom of the Burj Khalifa now, and we're on what isn't the last little bit. It's like, so I think we're on Travellator number 10 or something at the moment. And this is the last one. We're finally there. Julie's going to measure the distance on the way back to see how far it actually is. So we're finally here after the massive expedition, and this is the mall. This is probably 2% of it. It's huge. It's 3 levels as well, in some parts, I think. All parts, in fact, if I remember rightly. And everything you could possibly want, although actually slightly overpriced in my opinion for some things. The IT stuff, the computers and whatnot, are a little bit overpriced. You're better off buying them in a supermarket. So, speak later. We're going to get some food. I'll try not to drop my phone over the barrier. Oh. Another thing about some of these malls is you don't actually see some of these shops in England anymore. There's Mothercare, There's United Colours of Benetton, or Ben Elton as I used to call it, and Early Learning Centre, which have probably disappeared from most high streets in the UK, but you come to places like this and they still exist. It's really strange. Um, they can be successful here but can't be successful in the UK. Anyway, go figure. We've got some quite good things in the mall. This is that's a video screen, by the way, not real people diving, but you can actually pay to dive in the giant aquarium. This is the big screen at the top of the aquarium. The aquarium's down there. It's not 3 stories deep, the aquarium, but it is very, very deep, probably 2 stories. We'll go down there and do some video. The screen is amazing to somebody like me. I love these things. I wish I'd got into the business of selling those 20 years ago, because there must be a lot of money in it. So that's the bottom of the tank. You have to pay to walk on that side of the fence, but on this side of the fence, which is literally a couple of meters further back, you don't have to pay. So, but you do get to go in and walk through the tunnel and everything else, but it's not something that I want to pay for. There's also usually quite a wait to do some of these things. If you want to go up to Burj Khalifa, there's a combo ticket that generally, if you do the aquarium and the Burj Khalifa, you can get the ticket. If you only want to do the Burj Khalifa, they're generally sold out for a few days. So if you want to do that, plan ahead. You have to book it. There's a booth down there where you can pay for the tickets and everything else and book both. But plan ahead. Don't leave it till your last day. Nice big food court in here. Quite a good selection. The best price is a place called Al Baik, which they actually have in Saudi quite a lot. Really good price for chicken stuff. They do chicken nuggets and chips and drink meal thing. A really good value. The rest of it's quite expensive. We're not eating in here. We're going to Asia Court, which is all the way through it and down a level, I think. There's screens all around the mall that tell you where you can go. They've got like follow the dots type thing on the screen. It's quite intuitive, works really well. You just need to get your bearings on how to use it before you can understand it. But anyway, I'll do some video when we're eating. So we're in the Asia food court and I've got braised beef noodles from one of the stores. So this looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like anything that you would get in any food court. I think the noodles are homemade because you can choose what thickness you want. So, really nice. Julie's still waiting for her Korean bibimbap. Julie's bibimbap looking very nice, egg on top. Lots of artwork in the mall and things like this. Quite nice, actually. Julie likes pictures, so we can post on Instagram. You're not as fat as a giant panda anymore. Yeah. She obviously didn't hear what I said because she just said, "Have you done it?" when I was saying that. Chinatown Road. Cherry blossoms and lanterns and Chinatown signs that are actually more Japanese than Chinese, but there you go. And Xiaomi store, of course. I'm videoing on a Xiaomi Redmi mobile phone. Still in Chinatown, of course. Quite well done. A wall of teddy bears, Pikachus and whatnot. And some Japanese cherry blossom. Used to get those all down the road at our house. Only 1 month a year, well, 2 weeks a year to be fair. Another big screen, very big. And the ice rink. Put that on your living room wall. I'm stood outside Marks and Spencer's, so I'm guessing that she's in Marks and Spencer's. In fact, it's a safe bet. And if I don't find her, I'm implementing the protocol, which is go to the place we came in, which is right at the other side of the place. Oh, I can see her now. So she is in Marks and Spencer's. Better if you come when it's not busy, like last time we were here. So back downstairs at the fish tank, and there are some people diving. You're going to pay for a dive or a try dive even. I think this must be a try dive because there's 2 dive leaders with 1 absolute novice. I think that's the principle here. If you're a qualified diver, you can come in with 1 guide and obviously in a group. But I think when there's a guy who can't dive or a person that can't dive, looks like a lady actually, they bring you in with 2 dive leaders. I'm looking for a big ray, stingray. There's the big stingray. It's like a dining room table, it's that big.